Yep. All right, a lot better. There we go. All right, guys. So I've got a big old tray of weights right here, and I'm about to start breaking. Got a huge order going out, so let's see if I can get channel up and running. The computer is acting really slow. I really don't want to call my guys to work on it right now because I need it. Excuse me. I need it for right now. Come on. We're live. Almost a minute later and it's still not letting me see it. Come on. I'm gonna have to close out of everything. It's not doing anything here. Not good. What's up, Hustle? John, what's up, guys? Come on. It's not even wanting to print. Come on. I'm gonna have to restart my computer because it's just freezing up every chance it gets. It gets going and then come on. It was working just fine like 30 seconds ago, so I felt I was going good. PE and kids are going out nuts. Well, they're going to PE and I'll be working on moving weight right here. This is one of about a dozen trays that I got to go through today. My son's in the back cutting the bottom of the surf weight so they can make the legs all even. And then I got to break all these to find out where they're at. Last night was the first time that they worked later than I did. They were here till after 10 o'clock pouring because we thought this storm that was in the Gulf was going to come our way. You know, you can't predict it. I mean, yes, the weather guys, they try to give you a forecast, but I mean, it can really change. It's Mother Nature at the end of the day. It's the only job they can be wrong 99% of the time and still have a job, where the rest of us would have lost it. You know what I mean? So, okay, it's froze.
Low battery.
So I had to turn everything off because it wasn't doing anything. And the reason I run the computer while I'm live is because depending on how fast I'm commenting on the channel will make or break my ability to keep up with those comments. So but I got a whole bunch of 1 ounce pairs that I'm gonna basically do a rough break on. And what I mean a rough break, basically all I'm doing is breaking them off the tree so that way I can get a rough weight. I mean, it'll be, as long as we need 50 pounds of the 1 ounce pairs for this order. And if I have at least, 52, 53, even after I go back and clean up the weights, I should have more than enough that I need. But I'm pretty sure they nailed it yesterday with that. So that'll be a couple of the weights that we don't have to worry about. Yeah. These are 1 ounce weights. These are 1 ounce pairs. See on the weight itself, it says a 1 ounce right there. So, and yeah, 50 pounds of that to give you an idea of how many individual weights we need for the order. What's up, Jaden? How you doing? Jaden, you're supposed to be in school? What time is it? Like, yeah. I don't want to hear you getting in trouble, bro. Just go on the channel. I know it's way different than it used to be back in the day. So, how you doing, Zeep? That is a different name right there. I'm trying to read the comments down here. It's not really in a well, okay. So where the weights are here at the bottom of the screen is where all the comments are, and since the lettering is in white, like I have to really focus on it because silver on white or white on silver doesn't really give me a whole lot of contrast to see all the lettering correctly. Let's see. I would basically have to have the phone like this so I can see the comments. But my computer is restarting. As soon as I can get that, I'll be good to go. Oh man, sorry to hear about that, boss. Well, make sure you stay hydrated. And sometimes it helps just drinking a little bit at a time, not a whole lot, just so your body can take it down. You running any kind of fever, boss? What's up, Boat Up? How you doing? I'm sitting here breaking weights. My guys really impressed me yesterday. They worked later than I did. That is a very, very, very rare thing. Like normally, you know, I'm the one staying late at night to make sure orders are getting done and stuff like that. And they really went above and beyond yesterday, which is awesome. That was a really, really awesome thing they did. So, you know me, I'm gonna try to find a way to get them some kind of appreciation, you know. 102. That sucks, man. Well, definitely gonna have some prayers going out for you to feel better soon, man. I know how that can feel, being sick. Ain't really nothing you can do about it other than just try to stay comfortable. So, all right, Zeep, you have a good one. Yep, and let me show y'all my full tray here so y'all understand what's going on. Let me do this. Come on, focus. That is one of the trays right there, and mind you, it's about 6 to 8 inches deep with weights. Got another tray here. That's the one I just finished breaking right there. And then got all these trays over here. Yeah. Doesn't look like they're entirely full, but it's because I went through them and pulled out all the pair weights so I can at least focus on those because those are the easiest to clean. And then in the back, we got a whole bunch of surf weights, stainless steel surf weights that we also make that he's trimming off in the back, and well, he'll be bringing me those up here pretty soon. So that way I can, you know, when they go back over there to go back to pouring, I can actually focus in on being up here and not having to go to the back and then run to the front. And, yeah, so working on that. Barbados. I know I have shipped to like Australia, South America, China. Where else? I'm pretty sure if I have the address, I can definitely get you some gear out there. The only thing is we'd have to figure out how the payment would come in, and also too, because I don't accept PayPal for international shipping. It just they screwed me one too many times when people said they didn't get what they got, and yeah, so I stopped shipping, you know, if there wasn't a way to ensure that I stayed with the money, because obviously I ship out, I show them tracking number, I show them video and everything else, and I was still they were still claiming they never got the gear, and I was without, you know. So yes sir, the purple 50 is for somebody who ordered it. They also ordered it with an LX purple, which we already had in stock, so I was just waiting for the 50. John, you have a good day, boss. Be safe. That's for sure. Gotta go back to work. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely gotta have, you know, at least shoot one other person, if they can work at the right speed, can really help us get moving along for sure. But two would be awesome, especially since it'll make sure that we can have these guys take breaks out there, because when they're out there pouring weights, and the good thing is, you know, it being overcast as it is and all that rain in the forecast, it does make it a lot cooler out there, so they're able to work a lot longer hours. But when it's not, you know, I'd like to change those guys out every couple of hours kind of deal. Christopher, we can definitely work something out on that for sure. What kind of gear are you looking at getting? A lot of weights, guys. Jaime, you be safe on the road, boss. A lot of crazy drivers out there and stuff, so. Yeah. Santa, right? Rod, reel, line. All right. What kind of rods, what kind of reels are you looking at, or how do you plan on fishing them? That way I can better assist, or if you already know what you're looking at. That, I would say that's about 25 pounds right there. Each one of these trays, when you fill them up completely, can be about 25 pounds of weight, so if not more, if you overpile it. So I'm gonna go and overpile it just so I can know that I'm in the good. Let's see. Robert, what's up, boss? How you doing? Christopher is not the best we have. Okay, well, I still need to know, how do you plan on fishing these rods and reels? Because, you know, the best we have can be in multiple different brackets. We have casting rod reels. We've got reels and rods that you can kayak and drone, or go trolling, like, it's definitely something different, you know. If you're new to my shop and new to my channel, I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions about how and what style of fishing you do, and the reason for it is because I'm not the typical tackle shop that's gonna force you to buy gear that you're never gonna use. And yeah, I can understand the best we have. I'm not going to sell anything less. But again, too, you know, if you're never going to use, you know, say a 130 Avid, why am I going to sell you one? So sir. I gotta develop a game plan for you, boss. Also too, that way I know if you need a monofilament top shot, if you are offshore fishing, or if you're land-based shark fishing and stuff like that, and you don't have a lot of underwater structure, and you can go all hollow core braid, well then, you know, I can definitely set you up on that. So. Found a few of the blemish weights that I can put, start a different deal. Let's see. Yeah, I think got me a little distracted on there because I started thinking of possible rod and reel combos and stuff like that. But again, too, it really depends how you're gonna fish. If you're just getting into fishing, I've actually had several customers come in and start asking questions, but really don't have an idea of which way they want to go. So it's hard to develop a plan or gear to get them on. Our deal is about the long-term commitment we make to our customers. Anytime we sell any kind of gear to a customer, we want to ensure that customer is getting the best gear that they can get for whatever style of fishing they are planning on doing. Because of that, we ask a lot of questions. We really do. We're very concerned with your game plan. If we don't, then we're not really putting your needs ahead, and that's where, like, I really do pay attention to that, guys. I want to know that I am putting your hard-earned money in the best place that it needs to be for you to improve your fishing. So, I'm not seeing any more comments in my live. Okay, there we go. What I'm doing real quick is kind of separating the weights. I got also 1 ounce pyramids right here that I'll be working on, 2 ounce coin weights that I'll be working on, but I also don't want a whole bunch of gear, like a whole bunch of mixed deals. So I'm kind of sorting it, so make it a little easier for me to work on and get more gear in front of me instead of it being all mixed up and jumping back and forth a little bit at a time. So. What's up, Boat Up? How you doing, boss? I've been making handmade tuna spikes. What are tuna spikes, boss? Gotta remember, I want to do tuna fishing, but I've never done it myself. But I'm definitely excited on it because it is coming, guys. As much as the channel is growing, it is opening up a lot of doors for us. We are definitely paying attention to what we can work with. As for companies and stuff like that, they are coming in to, because now they do see, I mean, obviously if they've been following me since the beginning, they'll see how committed I am to getting the gear out there and the knowledge. But at the same time too, it really does play a big part when they know that you have an audience out there that's looking at it. Checked up Leatherworks, what's up? Looks purple with the sign behind me. It's reflecting off. There you go. Let's see. I do the good old noodle, baby. So So you do noodling, Tom? Is that what I'm understanding? Just spike to kill the tuna brain. Oh, okay. I've been seeing a lot of that coming out now, where they kill the fish pretty much as soon as it comes up, so that way the fish doesn't keep twitching and building up lactic acid to mess with the quality of the meat and stuff like that. I've been seeing that. I forget what the Japanese call that, or whoever invented that technique, but I have seen videos on that and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's leftover right there, and that's easily about 50 pounds of lead. Pretty sure we'll have enough of the 1 ounce cans, the way it's stacking, but we'll see here in just a bit. Once I get this all kind of set up so that way I can sit there for a while, then I'll start breaking them again. I'm going through money over here, but when I find the brass eyelets at the bottom, I can sort that for them. It makes it easier for them to reuse them and stuff like that. So let me get a bag for this. Alright, got that. And yeah, I think I'm good for a little bit. Let me move this tray, but that was the first one right there. And I'll keep that off to the side. I think I'm going as far as I can with the 1 ounce pairs. I'm gonna start working on these. Now I'm doing the 2 ounce coins right there. John paid orders come. Yes, sir. Finally the computer's up. Let me see if I can get it on there, because I miss out on a lot of the comments because I can only see 4 at a time. How's everything going, Jacob, man? I wish I could have brought you on this morning, but I did try again with the YouTube to go live. I did send him an email though, and I basically let him know. I said, no, I'm going to keep emailing y'all to let y'all know that this is not figured out, it's not solved, and this is not helping me, because it is hurting me, because my subscribers are used to me being able to bring somebody in on the channel when I am going live. And right now it's not allowing me to do so, and because it's not allowing me to do so, I feel it's really hurting my ability to get more subscribers or more views and stuff like that. So, you know, got to keep it going. Also too, guys, if y'all can, if y'all haven't already done so, that post up on the community page where I talked about what's going on, where I shared their email to the YouTube channel, so y'all can see what they're telling me to do and what I've already done and everything else. It's basically making it impossible for me to correct any kind of problem. Everything is on their side, but also too, I posted it there for the guys that are having issues along with me, so that way y'all can, you know, if y'all haven't tried any of those remedies to try to figure out what the problem is, maybe it might help y'all. And if it does, please let us know, so that way we can, you know, let them know, hey man, they figured out this problem or what have you. But right now, I want everybody that is having any kind of issues with the YouTube channel, especially with our channel, that it's not allowing y'all to get notifications or whatever it's doing, please comment on that channel, because what I'm doing is I'm screenshotting what y'all are putting on there, and I'm sharing it with that email with them, so that way we can hopefully get that sorted. You know, because if I don't, then it's crazy. So, Roger, yep. Well, you have a good night, man. Good to see you this afternoon for you. Or this evening, so. On a few of them that I could clean up pretty easily, I'll do it. Ooh. Let's see. I'll tell you what though, my allergies this morning are just wrecked. What's up, 308? How you doing, boss? Well, the Mega Lotto did get won last night by somebody up in Houston, is what I'm hearing. So if you're in the Houston area, be sure to check your tickets. I will be checking our tickets later on this afternoon when I go to take lunch, because I was in a hurry to get here this morning to see where they were at with the weights, and also too to kind of get ahead of them, so that way I can figure out where they're at and help them along too. Because when we pour weights, if we're not actually sitting there counting up the weights, we pour until we feel we have enough and go from there. But when we count out the weights, then we'll know we'll have enough. But right now they were pouring and pouring, and they ended up calling it because they started making a few mistakes, and I'm glad that they recognized that. That is a huge deal. It's like, you know, they always tell you to be aware of your surroundings, kind of deal, but as well too, like, know your limits. And for my guys, you know, but also too, you can't sit there and say, okay, I'm done after 5 minutes of work. No, you've got to put in the time to know what your limits are. and you go from there. But it was a good thing that they recognized it last night and they called it a night, and they did. I know that's normally what happens with me. Like when on those videos y'all saw when I got 100,000 subscribers, I posted up the videos of me pouring weights. Now granted, I was pouring the big old piles of weights like this with the older molds, which meant I had to work a lot more molds, a lot more, and for longer periods to be able to equal the amount of numbers that they did in this period of time. And you know, I'm okay with that because that's where we were at that time. But it also will give them an idea, hey, you know, I mean, if I'm 40 something years old doing it, that they should be able to be doing it too, you know what I mean? So what's up, Patrick? How you doing? What? See, that's the thing I hate. I see on here in the channel it says 6 shark species that lurk in fresh water. 6. Now you go to click on that, and you have to be subscribed to their channel or this and that, and it's like, okay, and I don't do it, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but it just don't have the time to set up more accounts and everything else just to get all the knowledge that's out there and stuff. So I got a question. Do y'all know what those 6 sharks that are in fresh water? I mean, I know of bull sharks. I want to say I've seen black tips in brackish water. Hard life. What's this concerning? Okay. That is me, but I'm live on my YouTube channel, so I will not be able to say anything of pertinent information. In about 2 hours. Okay, thank you. Well, okay. Well, that'll be good. A few years ago, and actually recently too, when you charge credit cards at your business, you got to go through a check called a PCI compliance. And when you go through that check, it's basically reassuring whoever, I don't even know who it's responsible to. They ask you all these questions like, do you store credit card info, and how do you store it, and when you do store it, like, what are your, like, and a lot of these questions, to be honest, since I don't store any information here, I'm like, no, and like, I can't just do one. I don't store information. Like, now the only thing I may store is email, but other than that, just so we can share when we have up and coming sales and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't store the credit card info. I will not do that because I hear all the horror stories, and I've been involved in them too, where credit card systems get hacked and all of this, and I'm not okay with having to worry about that with my customers. I want to have one less thing that I know, hey, it's not something that they can come through with over here, so I don't do it. But emails, you know, that is part of the sales platform, and that's the only thing I will store, you know, when we are given that information by the customer. Other than that, I won't do it. Yeah, so now the computer's working really good. I don't know why it was doing that earlier, but yeah, just turning it off and turning it back on seems to have got it all going. So, real living, what's up, boss? thumbs up number 20. Man, that's good, man. We're doing a lot better with the thumbs up today. Good job. Yes, sir. I wanted to say like the movie Hancock, when he's like, good job. Well, then take it through there. That way you don't have to mess up those framework down there. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. All right. Yeah, that Roger, I just saw your comment. It would have been nice if it would have hit 100K, and that, yes, it would have. You know, something would be freaking awesome. And that is why I always do it with the bonus ball or whatever it is, the kicker, whatever that. Yeah, I always do it with that because on the by chance we get some off numbers, but we get the Powerball kind of deal. So yeah. All right. And actually, son, real quick, I did the 1 ounce pairs right there. If you want to weigh that out, I've got a few more pounds over here, but that's going to give us an idea of how many more pairs that we need for the order, because I know we only had to pour 50 pounds of that, but that was the first one I was able to get to. Here's that too. But only those two, that one and the one right next to you. The one that's past the box, do not count that one because that's for our distributor. That's already accounted for. KT wants to stroke my beard. Alrighty then. Yep. Normally people, the only ones that get to stroke my beard are my family members and or my barber when he's going through it or she's going through it. So, yep. Definitely getting antsy for this weekend to hang out with a bunch of veterans and stuff. It's awesome. The stories that are told are just phenomenal. So
33 pounds, 8.5 ounces.
Okay, so we need some more because I went ahead and went through. You can see all the containers. I went through them, and Jeff's already over there pouring. Or supposed to be pouring weights. But I think he was going to concentrate on the surf weights first. That way.
He's a lot faster at that than I am.
Huh?
He's a lot faster at that than I am.
Well, it's definitely going to get to the point that we're going to have to train you up on it and let you do it as well. Yeah. But yeah, like everything else, you start off slow and then you work your way up.
You have something I can write down the number on?
You can text it. That way y'all are on the same page of what we need to do. And here in a minute too, when I get done with the 1 ounce pyramids and the 2 ounce coins, I'll also text y'all in the group chat, so that way everybody knows the same information at the same time instead of telling one and it not get relayed. Voodoo, what's up, man? How you doing? And let's see. He completed Toby's cup this morning. Nice. On ours Real Living, put 100K giveaway. You know, besides I guess the Team Hard Life logo, I can send you that so you can put on there, and we'll use it as one of our giveaways for the 100K giveaway. Or actually, we were going to do it for side pot, right? I know somebody suggested something, and we've had a lot of videos since then and stuff like that. Yeah. I do have to admit, man, dude, when that, like, just the pain up here in the front is annoying the hell out of me right now, but I don't know. Let's see. Also, I haven't checked the updates on the hurricane, like how strong it is or anything like that. Anybody got any word on that, where it's sitting before it makes landfall? These are the 1 ounce pyramids now. I did the 2 ounce coins a little while ago. I've got about maybe 20 pounds there or something like that. So New Orleans, Cat 1. Do they expect it to keep gaining strength and make a Cat 2, or are they projecting it to still be a Cat 1 when it makes landfall? Real living on the logo, you need a hard sticker or a JPEG, and you can print it on there. Because to be honest, I did not have time to go look at your cups or anything like that. I was just doing it to help you out so you can get that surgery. Actual sticker. Okay. How big are the cups? Because that's going to be the other thing.
Calls from wireless caller. Calls from wireless caller.
Hard life. There's him. Live on the channel. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm not doing a drawing right now. I'm just live. So. Well, actually, real quick, I'm going to tell you to say something on the live deal, but it has, that way I can confirm it under your. Well, actually, no. You when you bought your tickets, they were through the super chat, right? On the chat, it was Cash App. Okay, did you include your cell phone number in there? Okay, send me another $1. Normally I went up to $5, but this is your first time. So send me $1 with your cell phone number so I can confirm it came from the same account. That way I can confirm that it is you, because I try to protect my winners at the same time, you know? Okay. Okay, yeah, kind of saw that yesterday, but yeah, just send me $1 with your cell phone number so that way I can confirm it's you. Yes, or 4 when it says 4 or note. Yeah, they're coming up with updates on the Cash App right here, so. Okay. All right. So you have any idea what you would like to do with your money? That's that. So okay. Well, I've got you confirmed here. So when you are ready to spend it, we've already done the process, so you'll be good to go. So that way, if I'm not here, then Jeff can actually do it as well. So, all right, boss. Yes, sir, and congratulations on your win as well. Well, there you go, Bob. Yeah. Yeah, and I also need to get with Jeff. I was so sidetracked with talking to him about all the weights and all of that, I didn't ask him about the braid, but I will get with that here in a few hours, okay? Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Awesome. Another confirmed winner for our fire drawing. He won, what was it, $460 last night? I got it on the ticket here somewhere. It's in my bag. I keep all the tickets there for the guys that haven't spent it. But once I can confirm it and got your phone number and stuff like that, I normally pull the ticket out and get you a cash log. It's the best way I can describe it. So that way, if I'm not here, and the only way to confirm it is me. I'm the only one who runs the channel. So to confirm it, if we don't have your cell phone number, that's why when I tell you, when you send your Cash App, include your cell phone number in there, then we can confirm it a lot easier. But since he didn't do that, then I had to go this other route and have him resend some information. But again, too, you know, later on you forget and you don't have your cell phone number. I started going up to, I think, $5 just to get people to understand, you know, this is what helps me help you easier. Ballpark on a price on how much an HXW Raptor. Okay, do you want the old HXW Raptor non-MC, or do you look for an HXW Raptor Plus with MC? So they're 20-ounce skinny tumblers. So, and when the sticker goes on, will you be covering it up, or are you just putting the sticker on the tumbler is all you're doing? I'm sorry, I didn't look at the text message, but let me pull his ticket right here so I can put it on his paperwork so it's ready to go. Oh man. It was $420. As soon as the drawing is over, I'll write the amount on each ticket so that way I can confirm it on the paperwork. And whenever you're ready, boss, your paperwork is here, and all you have to do is let Jeff know it's in the folder where we have all the real payments at. Might be time to grab a new one of these. Pops open when it wants to. That ain't cool. And then I'll be going through this later on once I can get caught up with the guys. Oh. I got to get caught up with the guys and what they have poured, so that way they know what else they still got to pour or haven't poured yet and stuff like that. So yeah, that would be nice if I had that kind of money, boss, but I don't. You got to remember too, at the end of the day, all the, and I was thinking about this last night too, you know, all the monies that do come through the channel for the super chats and all of that, I'm going to be taxed on at a later date, obviously. But this is part of doing business. You know, I got to pay taxes on all the money that does come in, and you know, it's what we do. Yes. Yeah. I got to clean up the pyramids a little bit more before I actually break them, because those are a lot easier to clean when they're in big groups like this compared to the pairweights when you have to kind of beat them on them. Let's see what we got here. MK in the house. What's up, boss? How you doing? Let's see what we got here. Got a customer inbound right now. What's up, boss?
I saw your truck. I said, oh, shit, let me stop.
All right. Well, I'm live on the channel, boss, so just giving you a heads up. So if you see me start talking offhand, is because I'm answering the question or whatever. So what you got?
I was seeing you just pull this over and get some leaders.
All right. Ooh, a pink one. MXL. So we're doing. This is not going to be enough to fill this up, boss. You know,
No?
It's not. See the edge of this spool?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all you have. Look, you can see my nail has already hit the bottom. It might not be enough. It'll be good for 80 pound, and then we can top it with a little bit, but I can put it all on there and see where it's at. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, so how's the club going with boxing and all of that?
It's busy, man.
There you go.
Staying busy.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on there,
Picking up some pace, which is definitely a much needed, you know.
Yeah.
I've been going. I've done a few tournaments already. Haven't won, haven't placed, but you know, can't catch nothing if your bait ain't in the water. So let's see. Hold on, guys. Deal again.
Holy fuck. These are customers?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. That is a beast of a reel. So I got to finish off another customer's reel for his son. They won some of the fire drawings here at the shop, and so they had extra money, you know. And
Nothing wrong with having extra money.
exactly. All right, let me get my phone so I can see the comments that are going on. How's the kid doing?
He's good. I said he's been, he hasn't been in a couple weeks since I said he got sick, and, you know, but he's coming along. He's coming along. The YMCA ended up giving him a $1,000 scholarship through our gym.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? So that opened up some doors for him. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You know, the main people of the YMCA reached out to me, and he was touched by a story, and it was like, hey, you know what I mean, can we, so he's actually the first person ever in YMCA to ever receive a scholarship.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Good job, YMCA. That is awesome.
So this is something they're gonna do every year, and you don't have to be in the boxing program to receive it. You know what I mean? They got other programs that they're gonna It just, you know what I mean, you know, his story and everything that, you know, that he's accomplished, they felt that he was the perfect candidate for the first one. So
Nice. That's awesome. That is real awesome. All right, guys. So what we're talking about is the young boxer that came to our shop last year. You know, looking for some helping hand up, and you know, much deserved. I mean, the kid has definitely earned it. Him and his family have gone through the ringer, you know, with life and stuff like that, and they did not let it slow them down. You know what I mean? They kept rolling with the punches, getting back up, and so I've got his new coach here in-house with me. And dude, I'm so brain dead right now, dude. I can't remember his name. Like, it looks like I wanted to say your name. Like, Pete Trevino. Don't say it white, bro. Trevino. Oh, he lost your voice. All right, so Pete Trevino is one of the. You're the main coach, right, for the boxing league?
I'm part owner of both. I own both gyms, inside the YMCA, but yeah, I am a coach there as well.
Okay, so he's the coach that took on the young man. Oh, dude, I can't. Andres, yes, Andres. God, I feel like crap right now. Like my allergy, dude. My head is just throbbing right here. I can't even focus on a thought, man. So, but yes, Andres is the young man that everybody knows here. We raised some money and got him his shorts and stuff like that. But we want to keep in contact with him because, man, that's such an inspirational story to see.
13-year-old kid graduated from high school and then went to college. Already 2 years in college, not even 16 yet.
Jesus, he's already on his second year. Golly, dude, I need to clean up your reel. You got some corrosion on there. You see it? White.
What do you want to do? Just tell me what
Oh, that's gives us a chance to keep using a new product that was sent into us, the Solvidol.
Oh, nice.
It's supposed to be the upgraded setup for the WD-40, but not as hazardous. Like, it's biodegradable. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not hazardous to human health or anything else.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Well, that's always a good thing.
Yes, sir. So.
We're ready to get ready to go shark fishing again. I haven't been here. It's been years. It's been like 2 years.
Wow.
You know, the oil field keeps me so busy. But now, I'm on a good schedule where I get 2 weeks off a month.
There you go. Nice. So, I know with your program, y'all do fundraisers for the kids to where the parents have to be involved to help them, like, go to tournaments and stuff like that as well, right?
Yeah.
How often do y'all do that?
So we try to do it at least once a month.
Once a
We do
month?
once a month because that also helps the kids that, you know, that the parents can't afford for them to be there. So we get the parents and kids involved to let them know, like, you can come, you know, we just need your dedication. You come and help raise the money so that we keep the doors open. So anybody else that's like them, that's, you know, loves the sport, you know, just, you know, may have some financial problems and they want to come, you know, just come and help us. Either sometimes we sell turkey legs or pulled pork sandwiches and they come out and help out. That pays for their membership.
Roger that, yeah.
You know, and then of course, some of the fighters that we have that travel, we you know, that helps, you know, cover some expenses, the hotel, gas, and food, stuff like that. So,
Well, if some of the guys on the channel want to make any kind of donations to your group to help out some of these young men, where could they send the funds to?
they can either reach out on our Valor Boxing page, or they can reach out to me directly. You know what I mean? On my, you know, Pete Trevino page or whatever, and we can go through there.
Text me that info, boss. That way I can get it out to them, because this is a beautiful thing, and I'm so humbled the way the channel has evolved.
Yeah.
You know, by me keeping that mindset of, you know, all the fundraisers we've done.
Yep.
You know, I'm not stopping that. Like, that's something that I want to continue to be able to do and play that small part of just pulling it together. You know what I mean? And so
What a lot of people fail to realize is, you know, and I say this in a lot of interviews that I've done for all the fundraisers and benefits I've done over the years, is that, you know, people want to reflect on the negativity that Corpus has, and not actually reflecting on the more positive we have going on with, like, you know what I mean, like with what you do with your fishing with the kids, what you get involved with to help out, what I do, what countless other people here do that go unnoticed.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
They go unnoticed. Some people, you know, don't want to be noticed for it, and that's fine. That's their thing. But I was like that at one time until I just realized, like, how am I going to reach a bigger audience of people that
Can
would
help
like
out.
that can help out.
Exactly.
Yet we don't reach out the way we're supposed to reach out and stuff like that. So, you know, in Corpus, man, you know, I mean, they call it the City of Christ for a reason.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, and like I said, even from when I did the fundraiser for Uvalde when I went out there, nobody gets together better than Corpus when it comes to helping people. Nobody. And I've been all across Texas, I'll just say Texas. You know what I mean? Houston, Dallas, they don't get, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that for Corpus being as small as it is, our hearts are huge here.
Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean? We don't care who you are, what you know, none of that. You know, it's time to come together and help, especially when it comes to kids.
Amen to that.
People come out of the woodworks, man. So
Yeah. And so that's kind of the why I was asking that information, because I know, you know, these guys are hearing our conversation, and it'll move upon them, you know, when they can, you know, to help out, give a helping
hand. You never know
hand.
who's listening.
Exactly.
You never know who's on your channel watching or seeing, or, you know, might be inspired by, you know, helping some kids. And people tell me all the time, like, why you do it? I'm like, well, there's a lot of reasons, but I do it so I can keep these kids out of your house and your car.
That's exactly why I do my fishing deals, because I want to teach them something to be constructive.
Now, and not an assistant.
Exactly. Yes.
Our young kids, man, they're going in at such young ages, and you know what I mean. They think it's cool till they get there, and they realize, like, shit, you know, maybe this was not a right idea to go in around somebody's house while they were asleep with their kids in their house.
Yep.
Then they realize you ain't got no friends when you get behind them.
And I mean this in the most respectful way. They got off light, because a lot of kids don't even make it to jail. They're in a box.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so that yes.
And that happens about here in Corpus, man, and that's the sad part about it. So we as the older generation have stuff available to them. You know what I mean? You know the government doesn't do a lot what they're supposed to do for them.
Shit, look at what the city's doing right now. Trying to take away the parks, trying to take away all these, like, so remember that, guys, come November, these guys that are voting against, you know, the recreational areas for the kids and where they can go out and learn. Yep, they're going to be bored, and, you know, we got to keep that momentum going of giving them something to do, and so that way they can stay positive on it and stuff like that. So definitely a different kind of deal right there when you look at it like that, guys. It's not, and you're right, you know, you nailed it earlier. A lot of people do this stuff and it goes unnoticed. And I'll be honest, the reason why I took it to that level of gaining notoriety on it is because you're right. Somebody is watching, somebody is listening that may have the ability to say, hey, you know what? I can help out a lot more than you can.
Yep.
And they want to go unnoticed, which is cool. They man, I'll be a silent, and I respect that. But if I hadn't done that part of going public with it, that person would have never came forward. You know what I mean? So
for a long time when I was there, man, I never wanted to do interviews. I never wanted to do, because I had my barbecue business, and I never wanted people to think that I was doing it for clout.
Yeah.
I'm trying to promote. So until this older lady, you know, she's probably 80s. She reached out to me, and it was I was doing the fundraiser for the little girl that got killed on New Year's, and she reached out to me. You know, we did a news interview, and she goes, I've been following you for a long time. She goes, how come you don't do, you know, like interviews on the news? I said, well, there's a lot of reasons. I said, because, you know, the internet savages. You know, what I mean, when you promote something, they think, oh, he's just trying to promote his business, you know, and use a bad situation for it. And it's never been the case for me. So the lady was like, well, as I understand, she goes, but some of us still watch the news for a living. Some of us don't have social media at all, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we wake up at 6 in the morning and we want to watch the news.
Yeah.
So he says, so how are we supposed to reach out to you?
Yeah,
When she said that, it kind of like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the point.
And
Because as much as of a big audience there is on social media, it's even a bigger audience that don't have social media.
exactly.
Like I said, like we just said, you never know who's watching.
Exactly. All right, boss. So, like I said, yeah. You want to go with 80 still? Would
Whatever
you?
your recommendation.
I've got. Well, I normally go with bright colors because.
That's right.
Hello. Hello. They don't answer within the first few seconds.
Yeah.
More than likely, it's a.
Spam caller.
Yeah, spam caller. Yes, sir. So, all right.
With whatever color you got, it don't matter. You got pink and 80?
Yeah, sure do. Sure do. Beautiful color too. Well, this will be good for you too, because once you hit that backing, you'll know you got 130 yards left to line. So, but yes, no, and that's why I had to kind of make, ask you that information, where they can help out, because
Absolutely.
a lot of these guys will do that. They have the ability, or they may keep it in mind, and when they have the ability, then they'll step up to the plate and stuff like that. And that's, like I said, why I'm so humbled with the channel, because there's so many times when, like, I want to do something, I don't have the funds to do it. But if I reach out, let them know, hey man, I saw this and I think we can make a difference, then we'll step in and we'll really help out. So I definitely.
What else I love too is that people call me that I ain't got the money to help out. I said, you don't always have to have money, man, but your parents are showing up and letting these kids see that you're out here, you're helping us sell sandwiches or cooking to do it. Like that right there, that's something you can't put a price on.
Mm-hmm.
Your time and the volunteer work and stuff like that. So I'm glad over the years I've been able to build a big base of that to where and I tell people all the time, like even when I do benefits for people, they've tried to pay me, and I don't do it for money. I got a good career, but I always tell them, like, how you pay me back in the community of people is you come out here. I said, when you see me help somebody else, that's when you pay it forward.
Yeah.
Pay it forward. I said, that's how we keep this cycle going.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And it's work, man. I get people coming, hey, people, I don't got no money, but I can go help you cook. I'm like, I ain't gonna turn down anybody that wants to help me cook.
Yeah.
I own the biggest barbecue pit around here that's on the trailer, so all the help I can get, I'll take it.
Amen to that. Yes, sir.
My barbecue pit cooks 1,000 8/4 at a time. That's a lot for one person.
It is. That it is. A lot of heat too.
It's a lot of heat. But when she's cooking, bro, she's cooks.
That is
like
awesome.
I said, we have a big fundraiser October 5th for Mark Solis, which became a real good friend. He was the fire chief for Corpus Christi. He was the fire chief. He was battling stage 4 colon cancer for quite some time, and then he passed away about a month and a half ago. Like I said, super nice guy. Was one of the guys that did a lot for the community behind closed doors. But they have a program that I didn't know about that me and him been talking about for over a year, which is called the Relief and Outreach Program. So what it is that they host. So they got a poker tournament that they do to raise money, and then they have a golf tournament, and then they have other little things. So I told myself, I was like, man, I want to get involved. How can I get involved and help you guys raise more money for? So what the program is that when families lose their apartment or house in house fire, that the fire department, what they do is they give the family $1,000 to be able to get like immediate essentials, get a couple nights in a hotel, so they can figure out what, reach out to family, all that stuff. But they give opportunity. He said it's like $7,000 to $1,000, and that's just something that's what they do through their poker tournament, the golf tournament they have. So me and him had put this together, and he was supposed to stand with me through it all. Right before we went and sat with the city, with the fire union association to present it, he passed away 2 days before we had the meeting.
Wow.
So I just took it upon myself that I felt I had to
Continue it, yes.
So I reached out to his wife and his kids. I said, hey, he showed them, mine and his messages, like, they had no idea we had this going on.
Right.
So when I presented it to them, I said, this doesn't happen without y'all's blessing.
Right.
If y'all say no, I'm gonna back out. There were with it. They're like, wow, like we didn't even know y'all were having these conversations. I said, you know, we talk behind closed doors and meetings and stuff like that. I said, so I just felt, you know, I got real attached to him as a big brother. So I was like, I got to step in. I got to make this happen. I said, because a lot of families depend on that. So October 5th, we're having a huge event right there. You know where Myra Sporting Goods used to be?
Yes.
The fire station's right next door.
Nice.
So we got that open. We're gonna have live bands. I'm cooking 77 pork butts. We're gonna have pulled pork sandwiches. We got turkey legs.
And what day is this on again?
October 5th.
October 5th, guys.
Yeah.
Put that in the books.
I'll send you the flyer too.
Yeah, like keep me informed, because I definitely want to keep talking about it, so that way, because I'm finally blowing up on the YouTube channel. We're at 135,000 subscribers now.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I remember when you first started.
yeah. So it's finally gaining the momentum that we've been looking for.
We're negative against you.
Yeah, they're still there.
Yeah, I
I
know.
still got the haters out
But they're
there,
still
like,
subscribers though.
oh yeah, I bet
So-
they may not be subscribed, but I guarantee they're still watching.
You're lucky you can't see the views of who actually watches without being subscribed, because you're like, oh, you're still following.
you know, at the end of the day, boss, the way I look at it, I don't let them live rent free in my brain.
That's
You
right.
know, I'm looking at the guys that are looking at me in a positive way, are willing to have my back, because at the end of the day, you know, we hit the ground with nothing. And we've been working it and trying to help those that are less fortunate all the time, because we've been there. We know what it's like. So again, when October 5th,
October 5th. Yeah.
what time does it start?
11 to 7.
11 to 7. So definitely, if you got time next week or the following week, let's have a sit down. Let's talk about it. You know, on a live interview, or even a recorded. You know, if that way we can get more people involved and get more people to come out there and get more. Yeah, no, dude.
Like I said, man, he had a heart of gold, man. I said he was the fire chief for the fire station right there on Morgan, 19th Street.
Yeah.
That fire station right there. He was a great guy, man. Like, awesome family, wife, kids. Just did a lot behind closed doors. Because for one, he had been battling this stage 4 cancer, colon cancer, and so we got super close after I got reached out to help for the fundraiser for him, and then like I said, throughout the year we had just been talking about this program, and he knew I wanted to get involved, so he said, hey, here's you asked for it, here it is. Let's go talk with the union president and sit down with them, and that was supposed to happen, on a Monday, right? He ended up passing away that Saturday. So I felt that he put everything in order for me to run with it.
Right.
I mean, he set up the interviews, he set up the meeting with the union, the fire chief, the president of the fire of all the stations, and their union board.
Yeah.
Put me in a meeting with them, and and everything's been a blessing since, man. You know what I mean? Like, everything has been.
Yeah, that gives me goosebumps, bro. Like that is so motivational right there. Because again, too, like that's the other thing, and it happens so often. Somebody gets, if you guys get an idea and they start it, but then something happens and they stop. They just go cold turkey.
Yeah, and that's why I felt like when I reached out to the family, I was like, hey, and I mean, I don't know if you told you about this, but we had no idea. I said, well, we had been talking about it for a year, on the phone, text messages, Facebook, we were supposed to have this meeting together. But unfortunately, the man upstairs felt that we wanted to do we did. So like I said, I sat on this for like 3 days before I reached out to the family. And I was just like, okay, I can't back out. This has to happen. So as soon as I put it out there, man, the support just came.
Nice.
The firefighter brothers and sisters, they reached out. Other people that he's helped. I had 2 people donate because he helped put out the fire at their house 10 years ago. So I feel like you never know who you helped. You know what I mean? Even if it's years
See, and
later, people remember, you know what I mean, that they step up and they're like, man, people are like, he put out, he literally fought the fire and put it at my house. Is you know what we can donate? Absolutely. You know what I mean? They're like, we just feel like we owe it to him. You know what I mean?
right.
Hey,
And that years ago, years ago, way before I started my channel. Remember some of the teammates, family that were lost in the house fire?
Yep.
The same thing happened to them. Like they were given an X amount by the firefighters to actually go stay at a hotel to kind
Probably
of.
the same program, because the program's been around for 12 years.
It could be, yeah, because it's right in that ballpark. Yes. So when you started talking about it, like I already knew I was in. Like as soon as you said that, because of that, you know, they helped.
I'll send you the flyer and all that. That way you can, like I said, you know, all the family's information's on there to make donations. You know, and like I said, you know, we encourage everybody to show up that day too. You want to help cook? Come on. Like,
Right.
I can tell that nobody knows.
Yeah, let me know, or send me that flyer, and what I'll do is I'll talk about it. I'll put it on my community page, but then let's set up a date where we can sit down and talk about it some more, and also too, because that may also instigate some guys to make donations right then and there, so that way you can start out. Hey man, we just started and we're already up to this. Like let's keep blowing it up, because that really. I seen where when you start out with something, hey, we've already had this amount of donations. It just inspires other people to take it. No, we got to take it to the next level, kind of deal. So, you know,
As I said, you know, I mean, that's why I said, you know, as much as I hate Corpus, I love Corpus, because when it comes to unity, I've never seen anybody do it better. And I said, I was born and raised in Houston. I'm not saying they probably don't do it there, but I've just never heard of it of this magnitude. I mean, the way we do it here in Corpus.
Right,
you know, because it's easy. You can come to a business like yourself that you've been locally owned and operated for quite some time now. Started, you know, you survived COVID. You survived, you know what I mean? You know, you survived all these.
The oil field crash of 2013. Well, 2014 is when it did. Yeah.
And, you know, and then, you know, and you're still here, you know, because, you know, the public supports you, the kids support you, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of what you do, you know, you may not think that you know, it gets forgot about. But believe me, I'm involved in community a lot, and everybody talks, and they're like, man, you know, Albert don't get enough credit for what you know he does. You know, like, you know, I said, well, the Albert I know usually doesn't like to take his own pats on the back. I said, but you know, he's definitely you know a pioneer guy that's been around and helped people. You know, some people. That's why when I told him, but this is that, because when he asked me how I knew you, I said, known him for a long time. He's been fishing. I mean, I said,
Got
it was
317 yards total, boss. So.
And so, you know what I mean? You know, you're just like, wow, you just never know how things turn, you know what I mean? Like, you told me about him while we were fishing. 5 days later, he's at my gym boxing.
Yep. I remember that conversation. I was like, oh, yeah.
That was the day everybody was limited out on drum. We were catching drum like
yep.
6, 7
There's Mr. Pete right there, guys. So, again, actually share your info real quick with the channel of the boxing and all of that.
Yeah, man, if you guys want to hit up, it's called Valor Boxing Gym. We have a location inside the YMCA and right here on Ayers next to Big Boys Tires. And, you know, we're not a nonprofit yet, but, you know, we're working on that. And, you know, we take monetary donations to keep the gym open and to pay for the kids' sponsorships and get them mouthpieces, gloves, hand wraps and stuff like that. So if you guys can't get a hold of me, you get a hold of Albert. He knows how to get a hold of me, and you know, I'll give out my contact information and we can link up. You guys can come by the gym, come check it out, man. We inspire anybody, women, young kids. You know what I mean? We're not just limited to just young men and boys. That we got young women that are in there training as well. So.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Yeah. And so again, you know, Andres is the young man that came in here, you know, looking for a helping hand up, and y'all helped out, you know what I mean? So again, he's in his second year of college already. God, that's fast. Like, you know, I was thinking, man, I wonder how's he doing in this first semester, and it's already been 2 years. Like, God, how time flies when you're having fun helping people out, guys. It's such a blessing. So yes, sir. As soon as I get more information about the fundraiser that they are doing, I will let y'all know, and we will go from there. But son walks in, leaves the door open like he's got a cola. Not cool. So, but let me go and get him sorted. That was MXL Raptor, or MXL single speed right there. Sorry. He had 80-pound Diamond Gen 3 that he started with. We put 130 yards of what he had left over on his spool, and so we did that, and then I went ahead and spliced into Tightline hollow core braid, and I finished it off, so it ended up with 317 yards total right there. So Very awesome. There you go. You need more pans or what? There you go. And give me a second, guys, real quick. They're pouring so many weights, they need all the things that they can get since the tag team is over there working as a team, which is awesome. Awesome. Love to see that. I'm gonna empty this one so it'll be ready for you as well. Got a bunch of big production molds done, and they're able to move a lot more weight a lot faster. So we used to only pour the other molds that we had. 1 ounce coin, 2 ounce coin, 1 pan. Now we got molds where we're pouring 15 1 ounce pyramids per mold. They were expensive. I've probably spent over $4,000 in molds in the last couple months just trying to make this to where it's more efficient and stuff like that. Got 4? Yep.
Really confident for a little bit.
There we go.
Find out.
They're already catching drum out there too, boss.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna put them in a bigger size bag so that way they can kind of stay.
Yeah, I'm leaving to Phoenix tomorrow to see my younger brother. They just put him in hospice. He's been on battling stage 4 colon cancer as well for the past 4 years.
Oh wow. What's his name? Yeah, I feel you there. What's his name so we can add him to our prayer list?
David Rodriguez.
David Rodriguez.
I'll put it in the bag right there really quick.
No. Because that will get worn real quick. Got like gallon bags that I can put them in that are heavy duty. So
Oh, yeah.
Like this.
No, too small.
Yeah. Got a crossload of them too. And then let me figure out the yardage on there.
Well, sure is hard to get fucking blue crab around here.
Yeah. Have you checked out Paul Seafood?
No, I'm gonna stop in on the way over there. Listen,
Yeah, you buy it by the pound. So.
I got a guy in Louisiana that does a lot of shrimp and stuff.
Hmm.
He said we throw those back. He said, I'm talking about colossals full of them.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you want them like that? He said, he said, I'll bag them, take them to you, I'll give them to you cheap. He said, we just throw them back. He's nobody over here. There's too many people here in Louisiana that's grabbing for them. You know, so it's really hard to, make money. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
You have to be careful when you cross state lines with live product like that, because like with the shrimp deal, going from freshwater to saltwater, it's illegal because it's two different bodies of water kind of deal. So when it comes from a state line like that, you have to be real careful with that, because if the crabs are carrying a bacteria that is normal to their water, and then you introduce it over here, you can decimate the whole population. So that is something to kind of watch. It's a great, I love the idea of that. That has my mouth watering, but again too, that is something that I had to learn with the shrimping deal. That's why that whole thing of the specific shrimp, you couldn't use farm raised shrimp, because they have that bacteria that can decimate our whole.
mess up some shit.
Oh yeah, 9126 for everything. Yeah, no, and I'm out of dimes.
Yeah, no, we'll be quick. I said I get back to Tuesday, so next week.
Yeah. Let me know when you get back, and we'll have a sit down and chit chat with the channel and stuff like that. And actually, we can set it up to where wherever y'all accept donations, that's the link we'll put on there, so everything will go directly to you and stuff like that.
Appreciate that, Alright.
Roger that, boss. You have a good one. All right. I'm hiding behind my lead over here. Yep. So, all right. Let me see. I am. Oh man, I missed out on a lot of y'all on here, but let's see. Yeah. Nope, not gonna happen, guys. Also, if y'all are new to the channel, guys, we do keep it family orientated here. As you can tell, we are definitely about the community. We want our kids to be able to have a channel where they can attend to without worrying about negative feedback or responses and stuff like that. So just a heads up on that one. Got a few weights that we got to break. Well, I mean, I got to break all the weights, but when I found these coins, it gives me more to add to what I currently have, and I thought I didn't have any more to deal with, but they're here. Yep. You go to the actual like seafood shops and stuff like that. You can definitely save a lot more. But again, too, that's sometimes driving out of the way compared to where the bait shops are at. But again, too, you got to remember these bait shops, they're buying direct from the local shrimping guys and stuff like that are feeding their families here locally. So. It's something to look at. You're actually, what's the word I'm looking for? You're actually taking care of the local families and stuff like that by buying locally. I know with Paul Seafood, a lot of the gear he gets is from the local crabbing guys and stuff like that. That's why he's still able to do them fairly cheap on the price, and a lot of times it beats a lot of the bait shops in pricing. So. Yeah. What's up there, John Holiday in the house? Yep. definitely, guys, keep us posted. Make sure y'all are all right. I know storm's gonna hit here in a few hours or whatever. So again, guys, y'all be safe. Don't cross over roads that have running water on it, because it only takes a foot of water to move a vehicle. So you definitely don't want to be caught on that, swept down river or something like that. So please be safe, guys. Yeah, no, man, that $1.99 a pound, that is, yes, that is when it's freaking awesome. But I've seen over here where they're charging by the crab, up to $3 a crab, and I've seen $3 a crab, $3.50 a crab, like, I normally, when I get my crab in, I try to be very reasonable with the prices, because one, I don't have water, so I cannot be sitting on crab for too long. I bring in the fresh water with them, but it's only good for a few days before the water starts to stink. So I tried to make sure that, and I'm also running fresh air into the tanks as well. That also keeps it fresh and cool and stuff like that. But I normally try to ensure that I get the crabs sold off before they actually die. I'm real competitive on the pricing, so that way I can get them out of here and I'm not sitting on them too long, Oh man. So Toby, where are you in relation to where the storm is supposed to hit us? I know you're in Louisiana, but are you going to be north of the eye or south of the eye? I've always heard that the north side of the storm is always the worst side of the storms, especially when it comes to hurricanes and stuff like that. Could be wrong on that, but that's what I heard a long time ago. So, and I've always kind of paid attention to that as a baseline for me. If I'm south of the eye, I'm okay with it, but when it's the north side, it's when it gets crazy. A question real quick: can hollow core braid go over solid braid without putting any special knots? Okay, to hold it in place, no, but yes. And the reason for that is because what you have to do, we got a video where I had Gary in here with me. I towed the solid braid into the hollow core and it held it. However, like a Chinese finger trap, if you ever played with them, when you stuck your fingers in and you pulled, it stayed tight. But as soon as you gave it loose and you push off on one side, you were able to pull your finger out, right? Well, that's what'll happen with the braid. If you don't close off that braided section, so that way it don't slip off the solid braid, on the end, the open end section is what I'm talking about, the braid will slip out of it. So you definitely want to keep that. Oh man. Well, I'll definitely keep you in our prayers there, because yeah, the path of the eye is always one of those catch-22 deals. It gets real calm, and then when the other side of the storm hits, I know we actually, when I was a kid, we had one of the bigger hurricanes that came through. It was like a category 4 or something like that. We actually, our parents, at the time of the eye was coming over us, it lasted for a good, 10, 15 minutes or whatever before the rain started back up and the wind started. But yeah, I've actually stood in the eye of a hurricane before as a young kid. So pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But again, too, we really didn't understand the magnitude of what we were in. We just thought it was a big storm. We didn't really know why our parents were storing up all the water they did, and that and the food and all of that. Like, we were like, okay, we're gonna have a big old party. We really didn't understand the storm. So, oh yeah, yep. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. And I know the tournament's starting this weekend, the Fat Man's tournament for Bull Reds, right? That one goes all month long or something like that. Be sure that I need to get into that one. Oop. All right, I think those are all the coin weights. Let me, oh, I can break this off too. I know one year we went down to the dike over there and we went to that one shop right by the dike, and they had a whole bunch of crab and it was like $1.99 a pound, and we ended up buying like 100 pounds or so of crab, and the reason being is because there was no crab in Corpus. We couldn't get any crab, so I brought it all back to Corpus, and after everything was said and done, I think we sold it for like $2.50 a pound, which is very reasonable considering that we had to drive all the way to the Texas City dike to pick up the crab and then to drive all the way back, you know. So there you go. Yep, it's always a good excuse to get into a tournament, because then I gotta go fishing, I'm in the tournament, you know. Makes it a little easier to get out there because you know you're in a tournament and stuff like that, for sure. So yep, that's for sure. When the storms were talking about coming through, I normally load up on gas just because you just never know. Like it can look like nothing and it just hits a certain way and it can really do a lot of destruction. So yeah, that was one of the things that we were concerned about too with our grandmother here when she was alive, that it was going to do that with the power, but we end up in our neighborhood, the power didn't go out, or at least in our house it didn't, which was a blessing. I know they had a standby battery and extra tanks and stuff like that, so that way if it did go extended, you know, that she was going to be okay. So yep, for sure, Toby, if y'all need anything, please keep us posted, boss. Yeah, I'm trying to get my 4x4 back up and running. It's really been a pain in the butt, so I might actually have to just outright buy that part to include it all in there, because it's definitely been a pain in the butt. I tell you what though, out of all the places, you know, that I fish for and have caught big bull reds, Bob Hall Pier, hands down, always, for me, when there's big storms rolling in and stuff like that, was when I caught my biggest bull reds, you know, 40 inches to 50 inches. My biggest was 54 and a half. And that night we did multiple 52s, 51s, 50 inches, 53s. We did a lot of them that one night, so. Hold on real quick. I gotta shave this down. I'll be right back. See if this works. If not, then I'll get another pair. It's leaving me a little bit of a gap. It's annoying me because I don't want to have to worry about it later. So, but we are working on weight for sure. Just most of the time. Right on, to John Holiday. We'll give Monkey a shout out from us here at the channel there, Toby, too. I know you're probably going to have to do some adulting here in a while, so. See, but the beautiful thing about the guys that are here on the channel, you know, with Curtis and Toby and everybody else, is we got a sense of humor. It ain't, you know, we're not living in our feelings, and again, too, most of the stuff they do talk about and joke about is stuff that, you know, shouldn't really be, people shouldn't really be getting offended by and stuff like that. So, but again, too, some do, and again, for the most part on our channel, it hasn't really been that bad. So, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it too much, you know. It's just when you put such a great product out there like your spooling machine, you know, it's just hard to compete with them things, you know. Heartburn is annoying the crap out of me right now. Same Coke from last night. So that gives you an idea of like how much sodas I actually do drink and stuff like that. Yes, sir. I mean, definitely had the guys coming out of the woodworks trying to top you on now, and that was pretty impressive. So. Let's see. That's sugar water. Yep. Needed a little boost of energy, but also too the carbonation in there will also help with the heartburn that I'm feeling right now to immediately make it stop. Oh yeah, that's a lot of 1 ounce pyramids right there, guys, which is awesome. These guys, you know, they did a real good job by putting in the extra effort last night. So once it all gets sorted, I'll definitely find a way to treat them and show them the appreciation. Besides, you know, it does help because this gives me all the product that I need to be able to sell to make sure payroll is taken care of too. So. Kind of excited to help out. God, I'm so brain dead right now, Pete. I'm so brain dead right now. This is crazy. And then with that deal for the fireman's deal, I know too. Like I said years ago, some of our teammates lost some of their kids in a house fire. Two children were perished in that fire, and they were helped out by the local fire department. They were given $1,000 the same way like that to get a hotel room and kind of collect their thoughts for a few days before they actually did anything. So I can't imagine the pain that people feel, you know, when they lose a loved one, but also too, you know, when you lose your house and everything that you had in it, you know, all your memories are gone and everything else. It's definitely a horrifying ordeal right there. So I'm definitely going to help them any way I can with advertisement or be there in person to help them out as well. And again too, like I said, you know, I do it and I advertise it because somebody else may be able to be inspired or willing to help out and donate and stuff like that. And you know, I may not be able to come out of pocket all the time, but I can definitely volunteer my time and help them out that way. And you know, it may be all that's needed, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, just getting out there and rolling up your sleeve to give them a helping hand up is pretty awesome as well, you know? So also too, I've got more information on the turtle deal. I had another interview yesterday. I did have lapel mics on this one, so it sounds a lot better, a lot clearer. You can hear, you know, what she has to say and stuff like that. We actually had a lot more information on hand, and I was actually able to post that information in the video. And so instead of making it longer, what I did was I superimposed the pictures on the video as I was going through it. So that'll go live here probably about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Definitely want y'all to check it out, and that way we can go from there. Jan and the other volunteers will be in the comment section as well. So if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas of how we can, you know, battle against this. Because again, too, if we don't actually stand and fight, it's going to be taken away from us, hands down. And we definitely don't want to lose our park. You know, especially like I just found out too, you know, that the park was designed and donated under the pretense that it was recreation over the like wildlife, you know, kind of deal. Now granted, I understand, you know, wildlife, you know, needs to be protected by us and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, to the extent that it would financially bankrupt, you know, it could have detrimental impacts on the city. And I did find the deal where they did a calculation of how much the city would lose for a time period that the park would be closed. The dates are on there and everything. And yeah, it was a crazy amount of money that the city would lose when the park is not open. So this is something else that if they're not taking in consideration, it must be, because at the end of the day, you know, the parks are supposed to be here to you know, I would say be enjoyed by the community and by the public. I mean, that's why all the protection is put in there, not to be a hidden away gem that nobody could ever get to, and it's only stories, you know. So again, too, we're definitely gonna keep in the fight, guys, for sure. So. Wow. Yeah, no doubt, John. Yep. Well, definitely, I want to make a trip out to the Caldwell. I'll probably end up doing that when I go make those deliveries, because this is going to Porty Outfitters. So again, guys, they're one of the tackle shops that sell our product. And I'm gonna get a list of all the tackle shops that sell our product, so y'all can definitely know where to go, you know, if we're closed, or you know, it's somewhere closer to you. I'm just waiting on a few more stores to you know, place their orders, so that way when I do this list, I really don't have to update it much for a little while. But again, I am going to be looking for more stores to put our fishing tackle in. Where right now, I did not check. I was so busy yesterday, I didn't even get to check my phone as I was working on that email I was waiting on quotes. We're actually going to have our own cards for our fishing tackle to, you know, that will go into the labels, and that will make it a lot more enticing for tackle shops to take in our product, because it's going to look a lot more professional, guys. It really is. So I'm excited that we're finally crossing this bridge. The cards will also have the QR code that Shark.Eric hooked us up with to get our gear in there, or the YouTube channel link right there. Also, too, we're going to be doing the UPC codes, which will also help us get into bigger stores as well. So I'm excited on that as well. Caleb, it's not that they're trying to close the park permanently. What they're trying to do is close it for driving, which means Padre Island National Seashore. They're talking from the 5 mile all the way up to like the 40s and 50s for the turtle preservation. The Ridley's Kemp turtle that nests there. You know, this is something that they started years ago and stuff like that, and you know, to protect the species, but at the same time too, it was in collaboration with keeping the beaches open for, you know, use of it for driving and stuff like that for all, you know, fishermen, beachcombers, beach walkers, you know, just campers, everything. But a group out of Florida is demanding that they close the beaches to driving traffic. And because they're demanding that, they have actually are part of the board for the for one of the deals with the man, I got so many thoughts running through my head, guys. The oil rig that had, you know, spilled a ton of oil into the Gulf of Mexico that was destroying a lot of the habitats. So a lot of that, you know, that money that they were supposed to be given the park, they were told they weren't going to receive the other half of it unless they removed driving, you know, on the beach as part of the requirements to receive the rest of the funding. And only because, I'm telling you guys, there is a second narrative to that, and I'm pretty sure it's because they want the beaches to become like Florida, where they're all privately owned, and that way, again, too, they can close down those beaches the way they did in Florida, where you have to drive and park in certain areas and walk your gear out, where you can no longer camp or drive out there. And it's coming, guys. It's been in play for several years. The first couple of years, they were real, I guess, lenient on it because it wasn't supposed to, you know, it's going to take a while. They know it, but they're also trying to do a study on the turtles, and they're only giving it 2 years when it takes, you know, the turtles anywhere from, what was it, 12 to 10 to 12 years or something like that for them to become mature enough to be able to mate and return to the beach and stuff like that. So I'm just thinking in my head that, like, if they're really trying to show the numbers, are they talking about the turtles returning to the beach, or are they just talking about the turtles when they are hatched? Because again, too, while the turtles are there on the beach, they're free game for coyotes and everything else. And right now they are protected, because once people see that they're on the beach, a crew is sent out to mark off an area to allow the turtle to do its thing before it returns to the water. So in doing that, they're talking about leaving the turtles alone completely and just marking off the area, which means they won't get no protection from humans while they're laying the eggs. So they can come under attack and actually be killed before they can actually lay their eggs, and or after the eggs are laid, you know, the eggs are destroyed to predation and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of things, but there's also numbers in there too that say that the scientific number is there has to be at least 10,000 nests found in order to ensure the survival of the species. And right now they don't have that. They don't have 10,000 nests, you know, that they have found for the turtles to continue to thrive on their own without human intervention. And also too, what I did was I also posted up the amount of visitors that were brought in because of the turtle releases on the beach and stuff like that. So again, the narrative that they're putting out there is the turtle program is financially, it can't be done. We're proving otherwise. We are showing that she had the capability of making it happen, and she was doing it, you know, with the help of Congress, with all the help of the donations and everything else that were coming in. with the help of all the volunteers, you know, me, you, and everybody that went out there and reported when we would see a turtle come up on the beach, you know, there was so much help, and a lot of it was volunteer help that really made the program grow, blossom, and it's flourishing. But this new park director has been changing the rules and making it more and more difficult for people to go out there and enjoy when they have the turtle releases, like creating it to where you couldn't get the park entry permit until midnight, the day of the turtle release. So, you know, and that's when they would find out, is when they would post it up at midnight. So, like, you couldn't plan for it like they normally would. You know, people would come out here for like a week at a time on vacation for all these turtle releases. So it is something that, you know, there's a lot of dynamic, there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, and they're really only trying to show you a few pieces of it. So it ain't good at all. All right, Toby, you be safe, boss. John, sorry. I keep I'm reading one and I'm thinking the other and stuff, but again, it does show that Toby and his family are on my mind. You know, we're definitely going to keep y'all in our prayers that, you know, everything, you know, I know the storm's going to pass through, but y'all are taken care of and are safe, boss. Wow. Hey, Toby. Man, but see, ROVs are always connected to the boat or whatever and stuff like that. What's the longest one that they can do? Because I was just thinking, man, that would be awesome to have an ROV like that, because then we can send it out along the pier where we're at, you know, go look around and see what's down there. That would be freaking awesome. So maybe like during, you know, when they have all the drum hitting, you know, send it down there so it can drive around and go through all the schools and show real life what's happening down there. That would be so awesome. That'd be next level for a channel to be able to show actual video like that. I mean, obviously with the camera that I got now, it's a sit and play. Like, I can only put out in certain areas wherever I cast out to, and then I have to go back and edit the footage, you know, to get it in there. And a lot of times it's not, when the great fishing is happening is when the water is the dirtiest, and so you only got a few inches of exposure, and the only way you'll catch anything is if something swims directly in the path of the camera at that time, and a lot of times that doesn't happen. Yep. Like, you ever seen like videos from the Titanic, like the camera footage when they're swimming through? 9 times out of 10 it's a remote operated vehicle that is going into these boats and doing that footage like that and stuff like that. So but yes, Toby, they like Toby said, that they use them to do patches or fixes on underwater rigs, and or even, you know, the fiber optics on the bottom of the ocean where human can't get to because, you know, they would be crushed. So yeah. Zach said, I just have to look over the side of the pier and count rocks in 10 feet of water on a calm day. Wow. Yep. Yeah, normally on calm days you can see the fish when they are there or not there. But again, too, normally on the good days when there's a lot of fish happening, the water is murked up, and that's why I was thinking maybe an ROV like that down there at that time swimming around can actually run into those schools and see where they're at, you know what I mean? So that would be such an epic video right there for sure. Yeah, I was thinking of, I'm also, wow, that was weird. My phone looked like it died on me and then it came right back on. I don't know, that's kind of weird. So definitely gonna keep that in mind. But again, too, guys, I'm thinking the camera's gonna die here. So definitely just wanted to check base with y'all today. Let y'all know, stay tuned for 3 o'clock. That video is going to go live, talking more and showing more evidence to the contrary of what they're saying and they're telling the public. These guys, you know, when they went to city council, they kind of answered their meetings, but at the same time, they didn't answer their meeting as to what they mean by their program of what they need to do for this testing. What does it entail? Does it mean closing down the beach? Does it mean they're leaving it open? Does it mean they're like, what kind of testing are you trying to do? Like, we don't want to wait to the last minute when we get a notification, oh, we're closing down the beach for this X amount of months for some turtle research program or something like that, and or, you know, we're doing it for this pilot program. You know, there's a bunch of unanswered questions, guys, and if we don't stay on them about it, they can do pretty much whatever they want. So it is very it's a very hot subject right now, guys. So we will definitely keep y'all posted. And yes, sir, we're at 135,000 subscribers, guys. And we'll keep it rocking. We'll keep the information going. I'm gonna keep working over here just to show you the pile. Remember, it was about like that high earlier. So yeah, those are the clean weights I've already done: the 2-ounce coin, 1-ounce pyramids, and the pairs. And the other trades that I did earlier, I had 37 pounds of the 1-ounce pairs. I'm almost done with the 2-ounce coin and the 1-ounce pyramids here, but I need to get a weight on them as well so I can contact them and let them know, hey, we still need these weights poured. So definitely going to get after it. But again, guys, y'all be safe. For those of y'all that are in the hurricane's path, we'll definitely keep you on our prayers. If y'all need anything, don't be afraid to holler at us for sure. So yes, I definitely want to do the spooling of the reels live, guys, but I have to get through this because this has got to be, I'm leaving Friday for the veterans deal. So I'm working on, I only got a few hours that day to do anything here. More likely I'll try to have payroll done and all of that. So that way, one, I'm just opening the shop for a little bit and wait until Jeff gets here and then I can hit the road, or I have to work really late, you know, today, tomorrow, and to make sure all of this is done and ready to go. But the reels will get done this week. I've got to get this to get the numbers of where they're at and what they need to pour, so that way the order is completed before I leave, so that way it's one less thing I have to worry about while I'm out there. So again, guys, y'all be safe, have a safe day, and got lines and screaming drags. We'll keep it going. Later, guys.